Eureka! Riding through this world, 3 facts, first appearance.
I'll give you a fact, I'll give you a bonus fact. Piney, Eureka's a pish.
Piney, first appearance of the Bounty Hunters. Of course, we get the introduction of Surge later on in season 3. Then he appears in like season 7 for like an odd clip. And then he's like, send the money to Bobby. Well, Bobby's getting tortured, son, so don't worry about it. Last appearance of these Bounty Hunters, though. First and only charity run. Clay wasn't feeling very charitable,
I'm pretty sure there's a quote where Clay says in the series, I'm very charitable. Can't remember what episode it's from, but he definitely says that.
I think it's episode 5, give him back.
Might be.
I think it is. And the final fact...
Kel coming? That is, that's the one.
The final fact is Oregon Charter debuts. Now, they could have appeared slightly on camera in previous episodes, but this is like the episode where we get the full introduction.
You know what? There's not many things that I think the Mayans do better than the Suns, but I think the one thing I'd say they're as good at, if not a little bit better, is introducing other members, other charters. I feel like Mayans, you had the whole, I guess that they're going with the whole Three King things that they had to introduce other charters. You've got Alvarez is like the lead, so I guess because Alvarez is in, he's going to be involved with all the other charters since he's King Mayan, so I guess it makes sense, but I think that does let Suns down a little bit. Yeah, other charters get mentioned, they talk about other charters, we get Sam Bell in season 3, but I feel like they could have done a bit more.
Absolutely could have done a bit more,
but other charters
at the same time, Mayans introduces people and it is a bit confusing. You've got about 10 charters, Suns and Mayans, and it's just like, well, who belongs to what here?
And you couldn't even name their names.
Yeah.
Outside Kanchi and the guy that got burnt alive.
Like, I'm pretty sure when Sam Bernardino show up at the diner...
Manny.
When Sam Bernardino show up at the diner, you've literally 3 different charters of Mayans in it, and there's only 4 of them sitting there.
And a couple of them get shot, and I don't even know who's dead. I'm like, oh, who did the Suns just wipe out? We don't know. But what we do know is this is episode 4 of season 5.
2, mate.
2. There you go.
Where'd you get 5 from? Jesus.
I was thinking of the upcoming Mayan season 5. There you go.
There you go. But Clay, his arthritis is kicking up, probably because he battered the car last episode. So
yeah, well, he tried to beat up Gemma's car, and the last time I checked, fists against the car is going to win, brother.
It's not 50-50 booking.
Unless you're the Terminator.
He gets his hands injected, and he's like, maybe some time apart will heal my hands, and also use my hands, though.
I mean, should Clay not be catching on here, like why Gemma's become so distant from him?
Yeah, I feel like it's still done in a very good way, but again, there should be more questioning for Clay. You're right, absolutely.
It's like, hold on here. Yeah, you were in a car crash, but how come you freeze at the thought of me, your husband, touching you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, is that no alarm bells for Clay model?
I mean, maybe it's because Clay's got a lot on his plate with Jax at the moment as well, and the whole Donna thing. Maybe Clay's not fully focusing on the situation at home with Gemma, but you'd think I guess he did what he was concerned last episode. He went off the rails a wee bit, but you'd think he'd question and he'd be like, yo, what actually is the problem here?
Exactly. But the boys, they show up for the ride, and this is brilliant dialogue here. Bobby comes out on his old fat boy on an old fat boy, half sack getting a wee dig in there.
Was it not Tig that said it?
No, it was half sack.
I'm pretty sure it was Tig that said it.
Pretty sure. I'd bet my top rocker it was half sack.
Would half sack bet his top rocker? Would he bet his other nut?
Would half sack have the fucking one nut to set though?
I don't know. Yeah, fat boy on an old fat boy, great. And then half sack, Chib says to half sack that he likes a full scrotum to snack on. Half sack says Chibs can have that. Yeah, half sack says that he's getting a new ball implant, and they all just basically make fun of him. Tig's doing some weird facial expressions. Opie's like, you're getting a glass ball. Of course not. It'd be a bit fucking awkward getting a glass ball and then it shatters and you end up dying. You get cut to death. I mean,
yeah, it's a bit
are
weird.
You an idiot, Opie? Like, seriously?
But I know. People get a glass eye though.
I don't think it's made of glass. I think they just call it. Is it really? So someone's got a glass eye and you punch them, the glass could shatter.
But there's different forms of glass. You know, it's not like he's going to fucking double glazing nuts, is it? Like, no, he's going to have...
Soundproof nuts. Anyway, right, point is, this was great. This was really good. You don't get this in the Mines. Where you do get it, though, is Sons of Anarchy. The banter and the dialogue between the Sons is off the charts. You just don't get it in the Mines. You might get the odd funny line in the mines, but I mean, literally every line in Sons of Anarchy is kind of funny when you think about it.
Exactly,
half the
man.
lines are like great.
So Bill watches Sam Crow ride off in the distance. Well, this is before, but Clay's like, "Let's go save the children."
Yeah, it's like they can't leave. They can't leave. What do you call it? What's the name of the garage again?
Taylor Morrow.
They can't leave Taylor Morrow until Clay gives the signal, and the signal is, "Let's go save the children." Probably the least enthusiastic and least convincing I've ever heard Clay and Sons. Like, what are we going to do today, Clay?
Save the children.
Let's go save the children.
And Sobel's like, "Yeah, Clay." Sobel heard them from the other side of town. Had to go outside and fucking hear it for himself.
You'd think since they're saving children, Sobel wouldn't mind the Sons that much, but he knows that they're not really going to save children. He knows that the reason they're doing this is so they can transport the guns.
They're going to deal guns with the IRA. They meet up with Cammy Hayes and Edmund, and they're putting the handguns in. Edmund lets slip that the IRA bosses are coming, and reveals that Jimmy O is coming. This will get like the
stateside
first introduction of Jimmy O, and like everyone just looks at
first mention of him. Like, I didn't realize it's an introduction. It's like, his name drop.
It's the introduction of the Jimmy O character.
I know, but when I think introduction, I think, oh fuck, there he's on screen.
Yeah, but he was name dropped. Everyone looks at Chibs. Chibs says, "Chucky Arla,
or they'll come, lads."
I mean, I know you could say Edmund Hayes and Cammy Hayes will get this, but no one else in the room will get this.
I mean,
Sam Crow just look at him like, "What the fuck did he just say?"
Chibs could have literally farted like, and it would have had the same impact on the Sons, like, in terms of like the way they responded or what knowledge they had to what's going down. We then see the club. They're on their way, but the old fat boy gives up. I don't know if it's because the bike's old or it's because the old fat boy's got a fat boy on top of it and it can't handle the weight. But regardless, it doesn't really give up. It looks like Bobby's brakes go. 1 minute he's fidgeting, and the next minute he overtakes Clay. It's like we've got a new president. He just speeds.
Officer challenge, man.
Successful officer challenge. He just speeds in front of Clay, and a big black puff just blows up in Tig's face, and then Tig goes. I mean, normally it was Hashtag getting them, shot on his face, like, but sprayed in his face. But nah, this time it's Tig, and he goes flying off the.
He hurts his ankle.
Edge of the road. I think it's his leg, mate. Is it not his knee?
His ankle? It was all his left leg. Clay says, "If Tig needs his ass wiped, Bobby, you're doing it."
You better be Bobby's. You better be Tig's bitch, Bobby.
Turns out, though, he doesn't have the coverage, so he has to get moved to another hospital, and then the nurse, like, secretly gets a background check on Tig, and it's like, what's going on here?
It's crazy see in the UK, like, they'll just see if you're dying, they'll just take you to the nearest hospital. See in America, like, 200 grand, and we might be able to let you go to that one that's, like, 10 million miles away. That might be in your zone.
It might be there. But Gemma receives a mask worn by one of her attackers. Piney delivers it. And we get a shot of
special delivery for Gemma. Yeah, you see Piney about to go into the office at Taylor Morrow. It's just like, he's wearing like baggy jeans, but not in like in a hipster way, in a kind of just fat old way, It's like, not.
It's got the same piss stain since 1979 on them.
It's just not a very pleasing sight. Like, you just you go from like the Sons and Tig being half dead, like, falling off the edge of a cliff or whatever, and then the next screen you see is a shot of Piney's ass. And it's kind of weird, because for a guy with such a fat ass, he's not really got an ass.
I know.
Where did his ass go? Kind of disappeared.
Fucking deflated when he shot himself.
Just fucking a pair of baggy fucking jeans, empty space.
Yeah, and then like literally all he does is put the mask down, well the parcel, and then he fucks off.
To be honest, I think we need to give Piney a break. We say that Piney's a fat ass. Bobby's a bigger fat ass than Piney. I think Piney's probably got a bigger gut. Probably just old. Bobby is a fat fuck. Fuck it.
No, like, Piney's old. Like, I'd say Piney 20 years ago for this point
would be in much better shape.
He's taller than Opie.
Being better.
He's taller than Opie, and he's not hunched over. Well, he is kind of hunched over, but
yeah. But I imagine that Piney, before he took ill, was in good shape.
Yeah. But then again, he said he rode his ass off for 10 years just for Jax to get the VP cut, so how fucked was he?
What kind of state was he in?
I know.
It wasn't the bike breaking, did it? It was fucking the guy on top of it.
I just couldn't imagine Clay and Piney, VP and Prez.
Instead of smoke coming at the back of his bike, it's coming at the back of his ass.
Woo! But
that shit.
Nah, a big cloud of shit. Gemma goes to Impeccable Smokes, where Herman's used to be. So Belle kind of like,
Plays it cool.
Antagonize her in the coolest way
I
possible.
hope that's not a return. Sherman's closed down last month.
Just to confirm it, and then Weston's like, sorry, man.
Confirm it?
Confirm it?
I think he means confirm.
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 Sorry, man. But yeah, like, I think Gemma was like 99% sure it was Weston, but for all the viewers at home, that's basically, like, if you pay attention, you know who it was. I don't see there's no excuse for you not to know it was Weston at this point.
Of course you know it's Weston. Literally got the same tattoo.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But if you didn't pay attention, if you like,
if you go to the toilet like and you don't pause it and you miss the then again you'd miss Gemma getting raped and you'd wonder why she's acting weird in the start of season 2 if you'd done that. So.
Exactly, but Gemma pulls a gun on this woman. Unser shows up, then a bit of police work. Says,
imagine that. Then you miss the end and you just tune in to start episode 2 and you're like, oh, why did Gemma camp overnight out in that
fucking saw-looking place? Unser shows up, takes Gemma's gun, then he puts 2 and 2 together, but oh, they were wearing masks, and hey, belongs to Sobel. Finally, Unser doing a bit of police work.
No, but hold on, Unser's the policeman here, right? How long did it take him to get what Gemma was going for with the mask?
Yeah, it was like a 3-minute clip, and it took him about 2 minutes and 58 seconds.
It's like,
holy shit,
he's like, got this. And he's like, oh, what's this? Are you planning on doing a robbery? No, he's like, that's what they were wearing. He's like, well, who was wearing? I mean, come on.
I know, absolute nugget.
If it happened like 2 years ago or something, like maybe, but I mean, come on, it was like literally 2 weeks ago, maybe not even that.
Yeah, and Unser goes to Impeccable Smokes and threatens Sobel, and I feel like this is a very good scene. He says that Charman's a special town, very corrupt, but special. Says that
it picks who we want to be here.
It's like, yeah, it chooses its own occupants. And Sobel rightfully calls out as a threat, because that's exactly what it is.
It is a threat.
And
Sobel should have just called up David.
You know what? For plenty, Unser, I thought like you kind of get the like, not that he's a full-on shite.
He's in the Suns' pocket, man.
Yeah, but he didn't actually have to go in and threaten this guy.
I think he's got a direct line. There's a Taylor model direct line to Unser.
And Piney's not allowed to touch it. What do you mean you were involved in John's death, brother? Oh, for fuck's sake, he's on the phone, man. But Tig is at the hospital. Piney will be soon at the hospital, but Bobby tells...
No, but do you think it's mad, right? When, like, well, let's before we get into that, do you think it's crazy, right? In Sons of Anarchy, for Sam Crow to get in any sort of trouble with the law, they need to bring in like a higher up law because the Charman law is fucking corrupt and won't touch them. Like, I need to Stahl has to come in, or you know what's the black guy called in season 4? Eli
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. It's like they always have to.
It's Charman PD.
No, but it's like a new Charman PD. It's like a new
Charman PD's done.
It's like it takes over. It's like
sheriff,
a county sheriff thing.
Sam Walker.
That's the one. But that's my point for it. Anytime for the Sons to be held accountable, in terms of anything that they do in breaking the law, it has to be by someone else coming in to overpower or you know, be in charge. Like, you know, not overpower. I mean, over. What do you call that? Like over
authority.
Have more authority than. What do you call that?
Outrank.
Well, that's not the word. You get my point. Like for the Suns to get in any sort of trouble, you need someone.
You don't outrank anyone, mate. You're a windy liquor.
Right, but if anybody knows that word for when you come in and you have more authority than someone and you use your authority to like overturn their decision or like outrank them, let us know in the comments what that word is.
I don't know what word you're looking for because outrank is what I would use.
Yeah, no, but outrank is like someone is a higher rank than you. That's just like that's like saying that in a sentence. Oh, he came in and he outranked him. But like, what is the actual like word? What's the definition? What is the verb? What is the what's like the doing? Like, what's the doing word for that? Like, if someone comes in and they on the spot make a decision that overturns your decision, what is like if they challenge and just overturn it?
I don't know what the doing word is, but you would basically just he's more authority than me. That's what you would say.
Well, that's my point.
You know, but
I dragged it on a bit, but that was my
back to the task at hand. Though Tig gets kidnapped by bounty hunters at the hospital. Bobby and Halfsack are kind of sitting there like two dicks. His bike won't start, so Halfsack's chasing down the fan, and then Clay finds out about this. He's fuming. He says, "You fat bastard, Bobby!" Hangs up the phone. Chibs and Jax want to go after Tig now, but Clay's like, what's stopping us? It's 6 bedrolls with illegal handguns. All this neck movement like he's a fucking T-Rex on crack. And Opie's kind of looking at him like, I'm going to stick up for this guy for some reason.
Yeah, Jax is like, call a fault. And Clay's pushing him like, you don't call a fault, I call a fault. Clay can't lift his bike up either, so
No,
he tries to ride off and deliver the guns by himself, which I don't know how that works considering he only had 2 bedrolls on his bike. So if Clay rides off, but Jax and Chips don't ride
stack
with him.
of 6 fucking bedrolls.
Yeah, I know, but if he's going to deliver them on his own, shouldn't he have took the other bedrolls off the rest of them? He says he's going to deliver them on his own, but tries to drive off with only 2 rolls.
I know.
What happened to the other 10?
I know.
But his bike falls over and they have it.
How weak would that have looked in front of Oregon? I went on my own. No one bought it. No one wanted to go on me.
Turns up. Where's the rest of the guns, Clay? We need the guns, damn it. Then Clay and Opie have a wee heart-to-heart, and Clay asks Opie if he's doing alright. Opie asks Clay if he's doing alright. Maybe some bromance here. So yeah, Clay and Jax not doing too well at the moment.
Absolutely not. But Tig is in a pretty funny exchange with the bounty hunters talking about... He's basically just going through their life stories, burying them. And then he's wondering why he's been picked up. And it turns out he's getting done for indecent exposure at a livestock facility in Oregon. And he's like, I thought I got squashed. 2001. What year?
And they're like, no. And then one of them calls him a sick bastard. And then he kind of like sitting there, like, yeah, that's right. He just kind of accepts it. He's like, I thought that got squashed. And then they're like, no. And they're like, no. He's like, ah, well, fuck it.
Then he just antagonizes some more. You got half a stiffy. Headbutts the guy, bang, then he gets barred. Come on, I was cooperating.
But they can't take him in if he's busted, so they have to try and
patch him up.
Yeah, heal him up, patch him up. So they book into a hotel. Half Sack follows him. Half Sack gets back to the rest of the Sons.
There's like parking lot. Tiny's there. Basically, they're discussing, right, what do we do? Night or day? It's a telltale decision. Jax wants day. Clay wants night because it's less for high profile.
But Clay also wants to wait till more members can come, which makes it more high profile.
I understand both sides of the coin, right? But realistically, Jax is right. You don't know when they're going to move. You know where they are right now. You're fucking Sam Crow. Wait to the night time.
Although in fairness,
taking the back door option.
If you're keeping eyes on them, do you not know when they're going to move? If we look at it logically,
But Half Sack's away. It was like a mile, 2 miles down the road. They could move. Well, he's back there. Half Sack came back to the lot.
Why don't you just phone them?
I don't know. Well, he could have done that, I guess. But it's like we see other times throughout the show where Clay is very trigger happy. But here he's like very reluctant for his right-hand man.
I know, but Clay's trigger happy when there's money or guns on the line.
I definitely feel like there is an element here. He's just willing to go against Jax. Like, he says Jax is undermining him. I mean, he's almost trying to undermine Jax.
Yeah, but what's more important to Clay, saving Tig or delivering the guns?
But he can do both.
Aye, but what order would you rather do it?
Probably guns, like, but...
Anyway,
Anyway,
all about the guns, brother.
Panny says you want to get this done, you get it done right. Jax jumps on, basically tells Half-Sack, Chibs, and Happy, let's go ass.
Well, he doesn't ask Happy, but Happy's like,
What do we
chance
do?
to kill somebody? I'll take it.
I want a few
more
more.
tattoos.
A few more smiley faces. Clay boots like a bottle, and then we've got Opie and Bobby looking at each other like shit's going sideways, brother. But then the truck pulls up. Piney's got an idea. Take it away. What a scene.
Yeah, so Perry basically just decides to back up the truck, reverse it straight into the motel room where they're holding Tig. The Sons are on the back of the trailer, so when the trailer goes through the hotel wall, they all like run, jump off the trailer, they hold them hostage. Jax, that's the one. Jax tells them don't move, and then Chip's like, "Oh, we'll blow your fucking balls off."
Brilliant.
And
what a man.
Tig then quickly gets his knife.
Thank you, guys. It was lovely.
Puts his back in his pocket, tells them thanks for everything. Nice meeting you, nice knowing you. Then hops on to the back of the trailer. The rest of the Sons join him, and Penny drives off, and they get back to reunite with Clay.
Tig wants another straw in the tequila.
Yeah,
Tig even agrees. He says it was the right. But obviously, Tig's going to say. Tig's hardly going to be like, "No, you should have
fucking left me there.
You should have came at night. Should have came at night." Gemma though shows up, confronting West at this construction site, but she's hiding in the porta potty, and because he's talking to his kid on the phone, she can't pull the trigger. Justified or unjustified, should she have pulled the trigger? What's your money on?
It would be hard though. Like, you don't want to kill someone's dad, do you?
Fucking raped you.
Oh, I know, like,
But then again, I think it's more of a she's a woman. She's not actually. She hasn't killed anyone.
Oh, fuck, I don't think that's what bothered. Killed JT, man.
Yeah, I know, but like, oh, I was gonna say Clay. Clay's not hiding in the porta potty.
No, Clay's
Trump's coming to town. He's not hiding in the porta potty, right? But I mean, if a guy mentions kids, fucking probably gives Clay more of a reason to kill him. What's more than the bastard? But Unser shows up later that day, and he's like, "Here's the gun."
I could see Tig hiding in a porta potty. I could see Tig doing a lot of things in a porta potty.
So could I.
don't know.
Eating shite at it, probably, his sick fuck. But anyway, Unser's like, I'm going to protect you, Gemma. But then we get the Sam Crow gun exchange. Oregon show up. Mighty Oregon. They ask where's Tig, and he's like,
Didn't make it, brother.
we thought, Tig, it always has to be Tig. So what, is that previous Oregon altercations that we've had then? Maybe, potentially. But Jax and Clay get into it. They're drinking Jack D.
Not really Tig's fault, though. How's it his fault that fucking Bobby ran him off the road? I mean, Bobby was riding behind him. How was Tig supposed to know Bobby was going to overtake him?
Very
and then
true.
break in front of him?
Another point I want to mention here. Jax is drinking Jack D straight through the bottle.
Tough, man.
No, like, he actually is drinking, like, there's no mixer.
He looks more like someone that would drink WKD rather than Jack D, but
Like,
oh well.
going to a wee game in London.
Proved us wrong.
So he's drinking Jack D. Clay's like, where's this going to go? You're undermining my every decision, brother. And he's right.
But Jack's like, I guess I just got to get right with you killing a member's old lady. I think, but where does it go? Like, seriously, they're just going to go tit for tat here. What does Jax want from this situation? Like, why doesn't Clay just say, look, you bastard, I done it. I was wrong. How do you want me to fix it? How do you want to go about it?
Yeah, but it's 50-50.
Like, how can they squash it?
Why? Like Clay knows Jax knows what. Why doesn't he say, "Son, I'm sorry, I lied to you"?
Do you not think they need to have a sit down and talk about it? Him, Jax, and Tig. Why don't the three of them? President, VP, Sergeant at Arms. Why don't they all just sit down, discuss it?
I know, but he says he's undermining his every decision, right? It's not like Jax went completely left field with this idea to rescue Tig. You know, he rescued him, he got the job done. Clay's just kind of pissed off that he is.
If they put it up for a vote, I reckon Jax would have won.
I know. Like, realistically, Clay and Opie might have been against it, but Bobby, I think he'd even agreed with it. He just couldn't be ass dragging his fat ass on the back of the flatbed. That's it, like, isn't it? That's it, but we've got the club, they're discussing this whole Clay shit. Opie's like, Jax just ain't ready to lead, and that Clay needs to lead, and then Chibs is like, aye, old man's getting old, and the young blood's pushing through.
That proxy Tig's fault. He's for night. Aye, fucking night time.
Proxy's fucking JT's fault. He's picking up all these dead bodies. We go tonight.
I proxy Otto's fault. He says tonight as well.
Yeah, exactly, but Clay then threatens Jax, finally says if he ever brings up the incident or Donna again, he will kill him. Well,
that's as a half-hearted thing here for Clay. I don't really mean it. Even though Clay's capable of killing people, I certainly don't think 4 episodes into season 2 he'd kill Jax.
No.
Not over undermining him and voting different ways and stuff like that. I think it would have to. I think Jax would have to do something that would like incriminate Clay or potentially.
I'd be life threatening.
Or threaten his patch.
Something along those lines, but we're going to dive in to quote of the episode, and that is from your big man, Chibs.
Don't move, I will blow your balls off.
You know what? There was millions in this episode.
There was.
For Chibs alone, there was millions.
I mean, especially like towards the start of the episode when they're discussing the whole glass ball thing, there was in that like 2-minute, 3-minute scene, you could have literally put in about 15, 20 quotes, and I'm not even lying to you. There were so many good ones involving a lot of the guys in there. So yeah, it could have been any of them, but we're going to go with Chibs. We're going to give it to old Chibby. Chibby boy.
Could have been old fat boy or an old fat boy. Chucky or La. I mean, I like a full scrotum when I snack. There was millions, man.
Basically, the Chib stuff there.
It was all the Chib stuff. But brother, and that brings us to the MVP. I think it had to be Chibs.
It had to be Chib. Tell you what. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I don't think Chibs was that good in season 1. He strikes me as he strikes me as a kind of minor member of the Suns, but in season 2 he's definitely featuring more.
He did there was episodes in season 1 where he featured a bit. Like the episode, like when they're patching up Cammy Hayes in the episode 2, he's in a lot. But there is the episodes where he's literally not there.
Yeah.
But
speaking of not there, I don't believe we've seen Juice in this episode.
No, it was Juice.
Didn't see Juice. And it's not the first time we've went without seeing Juice. It's kind of weird how for some episodes there's just like no explanation. There's just some members, and that's what I will say about Halfsack. I think the guy is consistently there. I know he never gets full. Spoiler alert! I know he's not a full patch member, but for me, he definitely feels like one of the more important members in the opening season and a bit so far. He's always there. And you could argue, oh, he's having to do the shit jobs, but a lot of things he's doing is important, like following people. Make sure that, you know what I mean, keeping tabs on people.
Because he was not a fat boy.
So, I mean...
That's why, but we have to rate the episode. I'm going to give it an 8. Eureka, good.
That was good. You know what, Seasons of Anarchy, it's a weird... I feel like you don't get bad episodes, but I feel like epic episodes are few and far between. Now, that's not a knock on Sons of Anarchy. I just feel like consistently...
That's the way a show should be.
I feel
Unless you're going to deliver 10s every week, it should be consistently good, and when it needs to be absolutely unreal, it is unreal.
And I feel the same about Breaking Bad, whereas The Walking Dead, I feel like The Walking Dead's more up and down. You'll get like a good episode and then like a bad episode.
Side.
It's like, with Sons, I legit feel like... I don't feel like there's really great episodes. I feel there's great moments, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think like... Yeah, for me, but every episode is like a fucking good episode. It's not like, I don't feel like, oh, you'll get a 10, then you'll get a 4, then you'll get a 7. I feel like you get 7, 8, maybe 9. No, I mean, it fluctuates, but I mean, it'd be hard to find an episode lower than a 7.
Exactly,
It's just
guys.
consistency, and consistency is key.
It's an 8. Next time out, it is Smite, and there's car bombs. Otto loses an eye. Spoiler alert. Let's get stuck into it. But anyway, till next time. Woo! Peace.